Okay, so it came to my attention that I made a mistake on my first video, and it's not that I don't know this stuff, it's that I overslept and I was really foggy brained, and where this should have been a P I put an A, so I messed up the ratios for pastel times normal. So pastel is a codominant trait. This is going to be a video about codominance and dominance. Now, unlike recessive traits, with codominant traits you only need one copy of the gene for the gene to express itself. Hence, like pastels, cinnamons, Mojaves, lessers, stuff like that. If there's two copies, there's a super form. So if you have two copies of the pastel gene, you have a super pastel. We'll get to that in a minute. So in a pastel times normal breeding, pastel's up top, normal's on the side, you have a 50% chance per egg of getting a pastel, 50% chance per egg of getting a normal. And yes, World of Ball Pythons has a calculator you can do this with, but I'm just doing it out by hand because I like it and because I want to help people who may not know stuff about this. Somebody brought it to my attention that you can just go online and look this up. And yes, you can, but sometimes a visual like this is better. Alright, so let's say you breed two pastels together. Okay? You have a pastel up here. I'll make that an A, just to keep it here. PA, PA, AA. In this case, you have a 25% chance per egg of a super pastel. That's the double P. 50% chance of pastel, and a 25% chance of the dreaded normal. Okay? So, let's say you take super pastel and breed it to a normal. Anything you breed, well, you know what? It's pretty simple. Since the super pastel can only pass on the pastel gene, the entire clutch is going to be pastels. Okay? I'm not even going to write it out on the side. If you breed a super pastel to a super pastel, the whole clutch is going to be super pastels. That's pretty obvious. The only other thing you can do in this case is if you're breeding a super pastel to a pastel. In this case, you have a 50% chance of super pastels and a 50% chance of pastels. So that's codominant traits. Now, dominant traits work the same way, except that as far as I know, to my knowledge, there's no such thing as a super form or an animal that carries two copies of the gene. There's rumors that float around that certain breeders do have like spiders that throw all spiders when you breed them to a normal. And I think the same thing for pinstripes. But it's just rumors. I've never actually heard it, from that breeder. There's also rumors that if you take a spider and you breed it to another spider and you get an animal that carries two spider genes, that those babies don't survive. That it's a lethal gene combo. That's also just rumors. I don't actually know if it's true. But things like the spider, pinstripe, I think those are the only two dominants that I know of, unless I can't think of any of the other ones. Well, you can look those up too. I'm sure there's more dominants out there. But those are the two main that I know of, and I've worked with spiders and not pinstripes. But, so that's codominance and dominance. I'm gonna do a couple other videos before I go back to the recessive videos, because I need to do some more studying. It's been a while since I've done anything other than the basic genetics, because I'm not really dealing with anything super... Well, I'm not dealing with any recessives as of yet. I have a het pied and a possible het pied female, but I've pretty much just been playing with dominance and codominance, you know, because I like the visuals right off the bat. But that's it for now. Out. And thank you to the people who pointed out that I made the mistake. Like I said, it's not that I don't know this stuff. I do know it. It's just I overslept. My brain was really foggy, and I was in a hurry to get the video done before my girlfriend came home from work. So I just made a mistake. But that's it. Thanks. Out.